Hello and welcome to everyone at home watching the EGL. We are back after 4 full weeks of waiting to bring you the season opener to the second season of 2SRL's Assetto Corsa competition. Some elements and some exciting races already. But with exciting grand car changes, 5 new tracks, longer races, pit stops and dynamic weather, we can promise you Season 2 will be able to build on Season 1 and be even better. As in Season 1, we have a 10 race calendar, but 5 tracks are new. Our journey begins tonight in Italy at Monza and ends 10 weeks later in the land of the rising sun, Japan, on the historic track of Suzuka. The other 4 new locations are Zolder next week, Laguna Seca, Kyalami, and the challenging Mount Panorama. Unchanged from last season, Ferrari's home track will host the first round of the season. The fastest in qualifying was Christian Stricker in his Mercedes, dominating the rest of the field. But things soon turned bad for him in the race, which is why the race won Van den Hoeding, who kept his nose clean until the end of the race and defended well from René Bond after taking the lead from him. So here we are, born off season Milos Martika, who had actually a very impressive season in the debut season of 2SRL's ACC, leading the charge at one point, only to be bested by his teammate Timo Braun and their other competitor in the Aston, Mr. Tim Novak. But as we are approaching turn 1 here, his eyes will be fixed firmly on 150 meter boards, hard on those brakes, down slowly the gear. You want to avoid those inside curbs, those sausage curbs. They will upset the car trumply. On the wheel yourself up to this another long straight. You want to hug that inside as tight as you can. Don't run out too far, and then eyes firmly on this next braking zone. 100 meter boards roughly, dropping down into first gear. Use a little bit of this curb. Again, avoid that inside curb there, that second part of the chicane. That sausage curb will of course unsettle the car. This next braking zone is just before that little orange tip of the barrier on the right. When it drop down on the gears there into third gear, running all the track, and then a 15 meter boards is your braking / turn-in zone. Using a little bit of the inside curb and then running as far out as possible, using all the track, trying not to scrub off any of that speed. Now we're approaching the trickiest section of Monza for the GT3 cars, just under the bridge there with the orange Marshall dropping down into third gear, using plenty of that inside curb, not too much on the right, don't get too greedy, and then good bit of this final curb running as far out as possible, not to scrub off any of that speed. Very important. A lot of time could be lost in that section in these GT3 cars. Now the final corner, just around.
Hello everyone, welcome to Assetto Corsa Competizione round 1 of season 2 here in the 2S Racing League. I am It's Triton, and I am going to be the commentator once again for you guys here. I think I cut the intro video a bit late, so my apologies for that, or a bit too early. But, yeah, I made a mistake there, because I tabbed out, then I tabbed back in. But, I'm sorry I interrupted Tipsy's great voice. But, yeah, today we are beginning a new season. We have new cars, we have some new drivers, I think, and we have some new tracks coming up. But, right now we're just going to keep it basic, and we're going to be starting off as we did last season, for the inaugural season here in the Land of Speed, or in the Temple of Speed in Monza. So I gave a rundown of season 1 in the pre-season round that we did in Barcelona last week. If you missed out on that, I'll just quickly sum it up. in the race, I'll sum up that race actually. So this guy here, I can't get him on, and my game is freezing a bit. Okay. Where is he? Mr. Ruben Vandenhutting up there is the man who pretty much ran away with the preseason race, which was very interesting in the rain and very interesting in the conditions. But the man here that I'm on board, that I'm gonna ride on board with, or ride with for this lap, is the guy who is defending his crown. So Timo Brown, our I think our head coordinator for the ACC league, is going to be the man to chase, that everyone's going to be chasing down. But also, you will notice there are some car changes here. We went over them last week, but there are more that I will have to go through. So as Timo goes on to his first lap, this is he was in the Aston Martin last season. He is in a McLaren this season. So his teammate, I don't think is here yet, but he will be here soon. So keep an eye out for his teammate. Oh boy, okay, there's all sorts of traffic here. I'm getting frame drops for some reason, so make sure it's okay. There we go. So let's see now as Timo approaches the second sector here. I'm gonna try and just keep my eye out on certain things here, because the first part of qualifying, nothing really happens. I'm just gonna kind of run things down. Actually, I'm gonna show. I know it was already shown, but let's get the calendar up. So this is not scaled properly. Give me a minute. Sorry for that. There we go. Okay. So let's get this. Okay. Here is the calendar for season 2. We are starting off here in Monza, of course, and next week we will be in Zolder in Belgium. So I have not seen Zolder in these cars. I've seen some of it, but so I'm interested to see that. And then we're going to be in Silverstone, a popular track. Then round 4 is this is going to be the first of the DLC tracks, I think. Or is it? I think. Yeah. Laguna Seca is brand new, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys handle that track. Fairly close by me, since I live in America. Then we're going to Misano, Kailami. I think we raced Misano. Yeah, we raced Misano last season. Kailami, I don't think we did. Zandvoort, we definitely did. Spa as well. And then we're going to finish it off with 2 more DLC tracks. So Mount Panorama in my home of Australia, since I am Australian by birth. And then we're finishing it off in Suzuka. So that will be the calendar. So we got the first laps in there. Sorry I didn't show that, but here is what we're looking at right now. So Cholmondeley setting the pace in the other McLaren. We know he's fast. He was a bit inconsistent here and there. A few errors and some incidents, but he was very fast, especially on one lap. So let's see. Okay, Milos finally back, by the way, and going off the road there. So this is the guy we're going to watch out for as well. If preseason testing is an indicator, or the preseason race was an indicator, then this is going to be a guy who is going to be very quick here. Right now he's about a second off. I don't know how of course the cars depend in this game, because some cars are better than others in certain aspects, but they are very, I think any car can win. But yeah, the Audi might not be very good in a straight line, I'm not certain, but we will see. But Mr. Ruben Vandenhutting, aka Light Cruiser, if you know him from the servers, he is a very quick driver and very good as well. We know. So I think he is. Yeah, he was in a McLaren last season. He's in the Audi now. And let's see what else we have here. I need to check for what's his name. Oh dear. Okay. So right now we have okay, some of the Ferraris are looking good. So I'm kind of eking out what cars are looking good, but right now it's Cholmondeley setting the pace in the McLaren. Hugo in the main, or one of the main Ferraris here, as well as Shane Power here, P2 and 3. Timo P4 now, so trying to defend his crown, doing a good lap so far. Tim Novak the other man I would have put my bets on at the end of last season to be a strong contender for this championship is in P5 at the moment. If you did not watch last season, which I highly recommend because we saw some really good racing, especially at the end. This is the guy who was the man to beat. He was absolutely rapid, I recall, as he is going back to the pits now. I believe he won 4 races in a row, and he did take P2 ahead of Melos here, who was teammates with Timo, who won the championship. So they were constructors and drivers champions. So let's see if Melos, now in a different car, a different team, can get some glory for himself in the very beautifully named Michelin Grazie Ragazzi Racing team for Ferrari in the home race, I should add. His teammate Hugo is P2. Let's see if he can join him there on the front row. So real quick, while he's on this lap, I'm going to give some rundowns here of what we're dealing with in this season. So we have a 12-minute quali, I think it was, or so. But quali here, of course, 12-13 minutes or so. I didn't see the timer, but the race will be 1 hour sprint race. So 1 hour, and then at the end of the hour, the final lap, if you're unaware of the format we have. And then for the race itself, we're going to have a mandatory pit stop, but refueling is banned. So you will start the race with a full tank of fuel, or however much fuel you need. Of course, some people use more, some people use less, as Melos goes very wide there onto the side of the road there, but it's looking good so far, potentially. He's in P12 right now, but so he's going to need to get a move on it. We have a very, very large grid here, so there's all sorts of things to play for here, and this is going to be a good one to watch and start us off for the second season of Assetto Corsa Competizione here. So, show Clara's. Okay. Yeah. So I forgot to show this one. I want to. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't read the chat. I'm figuring things out. So Shane, I'm going to talk about Shane Power's car real quick. That is a beautiful delivery. But one of my favorites. Let's find it here. As soon as we find the person I'm looking for. That's not it. Is that it? No. Yeah, as I was saying. Okay, here's Push's car as well. Yeah, this is the same one. A very beautiful car, I must say, for him and Shane. So, save some people moving out of the way. Let's see, where is? Did I just skip it, or? There it is. Okay, so Clara with the very beautiful light pink, or yeah, I think that's light pink. Ferrari. Let's get a better shot. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, let's see. This is a guy as well who I saw in the practice just now. He is I don't know if he's a substitute or not, but Eric Moberg of Rinaldi Racing, I think that is, yes, in the green Ferrari. So looking very good. He was yeah, we got some cheering for Timo. We don't do IndyCar, we do a better thing here with the GTs, but anyways, let's see, let's go back here. Moberg finding his way through the home crowd of Monza in the Ferrari as well. Looking very fast, like I said, in practice. Right now, Timo putting it up into provisional pole position, Cholmondelli P2, Hugo P3, Mr. Crucivar as well now in the McLaren, who was in the Ferrari last season, looking very fast. We know at the end he showed a massive boost in pace and was very quick getting I think he got a podium somewhere, I'm not certain, but he was very quick and looking like a force to be reckoned with for this coming season. And in the preseason testing, he was very fast as well, so keep an eye out on him. Shane Power looking very good in that Ferrari as well, both last week and now this week here in qualifying at the moment. But it is all to play for here. Things will change around, the orders will change around as the season goes. People improve, people stop showing up, people start having issues with the car handling, all that stuff. So right now Tim Novak P2, so just barely off of Timo's time, so only 3 milliseconds in it. So we're going to be keeping an eye out on the times as they come tumbling down here. But look at the gap to pole position, 4 cars, 300ths of a second, and then 1/10 with Hugo behind. So this is all to play for here, and we are in Monza, the Temple of Speed, so it's just going to be a drag race if you can keep with it. But otherwise, yeah, it's the fastest car will win in a straight line, which will be very interesting to see who will be able to do so. So keep an eye on some of the new guys here, see who we're dealing with. So Moberg right now is P3 in that Ferrari, pushed right behind him. I think I don't know if he's on a lap or not, but this is the other guy as well who is doing very good. Bas Kessel, who is Light Cruiser's teammate. So him and Van den Hutty not really showing the pace that I saw from them in preseason, but of course it's just early parts of qualifying. The race is where it matters. So we'll see. Maybe the Audi is not suited to this track. I don't know. As Lord Raghunathan's racing force, Jack Biddell here in the Aston Martin, showing our Lord Mahavir Raghunathan the proper praise he deserves. So good on him. Here is Krusvar's teammate Marius Taurus. Both of them looking very good here. Very close with each other, P7 and P8. So point scoring system as well, by the way, is top 15 since there's so many cars. So 11th through 15th will also get points if you're familiar with the Formula 1 scoring system. Then it's top 10, but we do MotoGP, so it'll be 15th place will also get a point. So 15th and so on. So more chances of point scoring since there's so many drivers. As we approach the final minute and a half of qualifying, we'll see all the drivers who are going to be trying. Let's see who hasn't put in a lap. So Jack Mills and Jasper Smelt have not put in. Jasmir's man in the Porsche is sitting at the back of the people who have set lap times right now, holding up those people, or holding up the grid there at the back, or rounding it out, I should say. And we'll see who's trying a lap now. So Mario Soros goes P2 now. Hugo goes onto provisional pole. Cholmondelli is still in P3. Have to see. I can't cycle through the exact cars I want, unfortunately, or I don't know how. But hopefully, if there's a way, I can figure that out. But we will see here how this goes, because Tim Novak right now seems to be on a flyer. He is, as I said, one of the men, or one of the guys to watch out for this season in the Bentley. Now he was in Aston Martin as well. Only a handful of Aston Martins remain on the grid, but so we have a bit more variety this season, and we lost some variety as well, so we'll see. But a lot of Audis and a lot of Porsches and McLarens, I think, or not Porsche, Ferrari, I mean, and McLaren. So let's see. Hugo right now still on pole position, chain power P2. Taurus gets pushed back down to P3. Timo needs to put in a lap here in a bit, I think, as let's see what Tim Novak can do as he crosses the line to start his lap. Or did he? No, he didn't improve. So, or he invalidated. So Cholmondelli right now is starting his lap in the McLaren. I believe his teammate is Sahil Shah, who's down the order right now. Or where is he? Oh, push crosses the line there. He is P11. So Cholmondelli right now flying down the Curva Grande, coming up to the second chicane variante, number 2, I think it is, or something. I forgot the name, as some people getting some space there, but nice and controlled there, as we've seen from him. He is usually very good in qualifying. So let's see now through Lesmo 1, chucking the car in through Lesmo 2 now as he approaches it. Let's see what he can do. We'll get the onboard here. Yeah, there we go. Now down the Ascari straight here, coming under the bridge here, up to the Ascari chicane. Now he's getting a distant tow from Sahil Shah. That is not his teammate, I think, actually. I might have been mistaken. Let's see now as he goes through it, left, right, and now left again. Don't run too wide there onto the gravel. You'll lose a bit of time there. Kept it under control. So Marius Taurus goes P2 right now. Shane Power is P3 still. He's in the pits though. Timo is P5 in the pits. So this is the grid looking very... This is what the grid is probably looking like here. So Moberg P7, Krusvar P8, Mills Martica P9. Let's see if Cholmondelli, who is one of the last people here on the grid besides Rene and Nico Veldman, if they can put it on pole position. Let's see what Cholmondelli can do. taking the shortest route to the line here, crosses the line, and that is pole position. So a very good lap there, 147.5. And Rene is unable to improve up there. He pits in, and I think that is it. So Push missed the line barely. So congratulations, Sam. That is pole position right there. Hugo is on the front row with him. Marius, Torres Savicas, P3, Shane Power, P4, Timo Brown, P5, and Tim Novak, P6. So the top two in the championship last season are P5 and 6 respectively. Moberg and Tim Krusevar, two up-and-coming names here, are going to be in right behind them. Milos and Rene, P9 and P10. Push and Vanden Hutting are preseason fast boy. They're P12, but Push as well, one of the faster guys we know, P11. But new name, Karsten, and Christian Stryker, P13, 14. Bas Kessel, Nico Veldman, 15th and 16th. Let's see what we have. Pedro Costa, Chikeka, P17, 18. Ollie Stryker, and there we go, and Adam Stevens. So Adam from I believe DMR, our DMR admin, another league of ours, P20 there. Tipsy Bob, the man you heard giving that beautiful and lovely hot lap that I inadvertently cut off. Sorry for that. I had some stream issues there, which hopefully will not happen next week. Sitting P21 and P22 is Jack Biddell, who is in the beautifully named Lord Raghunathan Racing Force. Andre Costa, P23 with Sahil Shah behind him in P24. P25 is Clara in the beautiful Ferrari. Jos Meersman behind him. Jack Mills not putting in a time in the Racing Pointless Audi. And Jasper Smelt holding the grid behind in the underpowered Audi. So here we go now. We're getting ready for this. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't already. I'm going to take a quick drink of water before we get ready for the action here. So we're going to be beginning the formation lap here. Rolling starts here in GT3, but here we go now. Pre-season testing, the weeks off, have training in these new cars, learning some of the new tracks that are coming, and all the preparation is all for this. We see a slightly different grid than we're used to. We see new cars, new names, new drivers, new attitude, and new front runners possibly, and a new champion possibly, or will Timo defend it? Let's see as we get the warm-up here. Let's get a better angle here as we get ready to go racing here. As we cross the line here, I think it is any minute now. We're going to be waiting here, and the lights will be green right now. Here we go for season 1 or season 2, round 1 of Assetto Corsa Competizione. Cholmondelli gets a good start. Hugo is behind him, alongside Shane Power and Savicas fighting it together for P5. Tim Novak in their fight as well, trying to find a gap but not able to do it. We're 3 wide almost in the back. I don't see what's happening there as Cholmondelli leads into turn 1. Hugo, Savicas, Shane Power, Timo Brown, all holding it. Shane Power falling down the order. Timo up in a P4 now. Moberg trying to get past Tim Novak there as they go through the Curva Grande, and Shane Power holding it on here. But Tim Novak does have the inside here, but that's going to go to the outside now for turn 3, or turn 4, I believe, into the second chicane. In the background, we see some people going side by side. Vanden Hutting losing out to Push as Krusevar goes wide, has to cut the chicane, and oh, Tim Novak has been spun around there, and that is big contact there, and unfortunate for him, as he was leading, or as he was a force to be reckoned with, as I said. So Milos getting past Shane Power, who has had a dreadful start, as Rene and Push wheelbang a little bit there. But up front here, Cholmondelli and Hugo still holding it on. Savicas, Timo up in a P4 right now, but that is a dreadful start. Unfortunate for one of our contenders there, Tim Novak, who's dropped back in the grid. So let's see now. Torres holding it on very well. Krusevar had to cut the chicane. I don't know if he got the off-road there, but 4 warnings and you will get a drive-through penalty for off-tracks. So you have to make sure you do not gain time. So we will see how this goes right now. Shane Power in the slipstream there of Milos. Rene up into P9. Vanden Hutting there as well behind him. So Let's see what can happen here as Shane Power all over the back of Milos, trying to get a good run on him. These are the same cars, so same straight line speed, I would think, depending on the setup, of course, though it might not be the case as Hugo and Cholmondelli. I didn't see that. There was a change for the lead there. Hugo, but now Hugo might actually be under pressure. I don't know if Cholmondelli made a mistake, but tries to have a look down the inside, thinks better of it, and is slotting behind right now. But let's see, right now Milos holding off Shane Power there for the moment. Moberg up into P5 now, so going to be chasing down the McLarens there. So we have a McLaren sandwich here between two Ferraris, and then it seems to be that these are the cars to catch right now. Rene, the first of the cars that are not a Porsche, or a Ferrari or McLaren, I mean. So in the Porsche. Let's see now though, up front here, Shane Power trying to have a look and scare Milos off the line there, but Milos holds his line there, thinks better of it. Shane Power does, so good job holding it there. Let's see what's happening up front here as Cholmondelli is all over the back of Hugo right now, who seems to be struggling through these corners. Goes a bit wide there. Let's see if he can get a good run here. As we ride on board here, there's a bit too much action to follow here in the beginning 4 minutes of the race here. But right now that straight line speed does not seem to be enough, but he does have a bit of a slipstream here as he jams on the brakes for the Ascari chicane, following behind Savickas as well here to follow up if any of these two crack and make a mistake. Moberg, Timo, and Krusevar all together here in a gaggle. Krusevar right on the back of the champion, of our reigning champion. Let's see who can hold their own here, but through the Parabolica, Cholmondelli trying to widen a gap here. It goes a bit wide. I think that might actually not be helping him. That is not the ideal line, so Hugo gets some breathing space here. Savickas on the back of him now, Tara Savickas trying to get onto the back of him now. As we see, that is a very good run he's got here. This might be enough, maybe. Let's see, but yeah, he's a bit too far back actually to make that look work. And behind here, Krusevar still right behind Timo, trying to put him under some pressure. Shane Power suffering a bit of a dreadful start, falling behind now a little bit. There's a big gaggle of cars there in the back here, coming through the first chicane here. Let's keep an eye out on here as Jasper Smelt has to cut the chicane, goes off the road there, so he might have overshot that, but he has made up plenty of ground here from the back of the grid here onto from P28 up into P16, so that is 12 positions gained for him. Very well done, as Clara as well has made up a handful of positions. The ones who have lost out here, Tim Novak, of course, Bidel is into the pits. I believe Tipsy lost a few positions here as well, so let's go back up front. Sorry for the sporadic camera movement. Unfortunately, I cannot choose where I want to go with these. But right now, Hugo pretty much leading the charge here, well off into the distance. We know how fast he is. He won our last race here, Season 1. Cholmondelli trying to hold Taurus off at the moment. So let's see who will crack under pressure, or who will be able to get it. The Knight Rider Racing McLaren on the back of him. Moberg falling off the back of these guys in the top 3. But right now, Tim Krusevar has a very good run on Timo. He's going to have a look into Curvo Grande. Not yet, but Milos as well is catching up. So the two former teammates might be embroiled in a battle here. But look at the gap right here. This might be a fight down the start-finish straight for these two. Krusevar looking very fast, as I said, in the end of last season and in preseason. Let's see if Timo is going to hold him off. This might be the change of the guard as we know it here. As look at this slipstream here. He is eking it out as much as he can. Timo on the defense to the inside. Let's see who's going to be last of the late breakers. Down the inside goes Timo. Krusevar tries to hang it around the outside. Let's see if he can keep it on track. Yeah, he goes off the road there and gains some time. He's going to have to get that position back here. I don't know if he is. Yeah, he is, I think. But keeps it on right behind him. Keeps the fight with him. So Milos now might actually take advantage. Let's see what happens here as we go on board up here down the inside. Will he have a look? Yes, he is late braking. I don't know if he's going to have to make contact there, but luckily he keeps it under control, and that might be the move done. Fantastic job from Milos. And now, so he is up into P6 behind his former teammate. So these guys are all getting away now, though. Hugo starting to charge off into the distance. Remember, we do have a mandatory pit stop here. We got yellows somewhere. I didn't see where that was. I don't know who's out. So Bidel seems to be out of it. Yeah, Bidel, and we've lost 3 other names here. I don't know who else we lost, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate for Lord Dragunathan and his disciples. So the top 4 seem to be still embroiled here. Moberg holding on, but not much. And here goes, got a full 2.5 gap here. That might be enough. Can get away from that. Crucivar has made a mistake. What happened there? So yeah, he's got damage, so he's gone off somewhere. Chikeka is ahead of him now, and he's into P16, so something happening there. So now Alexander Karsten is up into P8. This is a new name, so I will keep an eye on him. Ooh, that is slidey through parabolic, losing the rear end there. But Rene Bon and Ruben van den Hudding are going to be embroiled in a battle here. What is that? Did I crash? What has happened here? Oh dear. Oh boy, sorry, it seems I have lost connection. Great. So, we will have to come back here. Give me 1 quick second. So we'll just put up the interview page while I log back in. Okay. Sorry for this, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. The internet just cut out for me.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay, we're back now. Okay. So we gotta pull everything back up. There we go. Okay, so we're back here now. Let's see what's happening here. Hugo's still in the lead now, 2 seconds. Let me know what's happening here on stream. I'm sorry for that. Should be good now. Yeah, we're good now. Okay, there we go. Sorry for that. Yeah, sorry. Oh no! Milos has spun around at Parabolica right as I joined back. I saw that. Dear. So that is all his hard work gone down now. So from P5, he is going to drop back behind the order. Yeah, that's him down into P. Oh dear, P12 now, and Ollie Striker might actually take that off him. Yeah. So yeah, P12 for Milos, unfortunate. And now Crucivar, who also fell back, is going to be catching up to him. So, oh dear, okay. I'm going to keep an eye out on the chat here. Sorry for that, guys. P2 is still here. Moberg is up into P3. Oh yeah, P2 lost it. What happened to Cholmondelli? Yeah, he has made a mistake as well. So, that's unfortunate as well. So, Taurus now up into P2. Moberg on his debut in P3. Timo P4 right now. So let's see if Cholmondelli can make back up some ground here. Rene is on the back of him though. And Van den Hudding ahead of these guys here. So Van den Hudding did get that move done when I crashed. My apologies that I missed that. That's annoying, but yeah. Let's see. This seems to be the gaggle of cars right here. So Pedro Costa, who is Cholmondelli's teammate now, P10, behind these guys. Ollie Striker going to be trying to catch up to it. Let's see. Christian is P17, so struggling a bit, while his brother seems to be up here in the gaggle here. Milos trying to make his way back up the grid. We know how fast he is, so let's see if he can regain his composure and make this work. So let's see. So Andre Costa is going to be pitting. So you will see a green bar show up and the number. You see the number 1. That means they have not made their pit stop. So let's see what's happening here. Chris Bar. Somebody make a mistake there? Chikeka, I think, made a bit of a mistake. I'm not certain. Yeah, somebody's gone into the pits. I think that's pushes into the pits now. So he's actually out, I think, unfortunately. I'm not certain. Yeah, Costa there making his pit stop. Let's go back up to the front here. Moberg still on the back of Taras Savikas, trying to find his way into P2 on his debut. Let's see if he can do let's see if he can do that in front of the Ferrari crowd here. So we have McLaren, or Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren for the top 6 So these seem to be the cars. And then Rene P7 in the Porsche, so disrupting the peace, if you may, with 2 McLarens and a Ferrari behind him. And then we have the Audi, Bentley, and Aston Martin behind. So we do have a diverse grid, but of course some seem to be doing better. Oh, thank you for the crown. So let's see. Rene still holding off these guys here. Cholmondeley trying to find his way back. Look at the gaggle here. I just realized. This is what we're going to be watching for a bit now while I try and keep an eye out on the up top. So yeah, Crucifer and Milos and Striker and up front Pedro Costa, Cholmondeley, Rene, all embroiled in this big gaggle of cars. So let's see who's going to make their way through. So Crucifer running a bit wide there. Costa holding his own right now, but may succumb here to the pressure as Cholmondeley is putting Rene under pressure. Let's see. Is he going to go down the inside into Curva Grande or into the Parabolica? No, he's not, but he might just get a good run here. Oh, okay, no, that's just a lag. But yeah, he does run a bit wide. That's going to put him under pressure from Crucifer. So really unfortunate. Milos not. Oh yeah, he's going to bail out and pit now. Take his mandatory pit stop. Might take it early and get a good undercut here. So Jack Mills also doing it as well, I think. Or is he out of the race? I don't know what happened there, but Van der Houding as well making it through. So let's see. Oh, Jack Mills is coming out of the pits here now, so actually, never mind. Tim Novak here, I don't think he's made his pit stop. He's on the back of Clara trying to make up some ground after getting spun around turn 1, so. Meanwhile, Rene actually getting repassed there by Cholmondeley, so let's see if he can get him back again here through the Curva Grande into the second chicane. Down the inside goes Rene, spies the gap, but he's actually going to back out of it, so not having it there. Trying to play it safe, it's probably the better bet. So ooh, okay, Clara in the background there cutting. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that is a dead car. Ooh, okay, don't come back on the track. Is that car beached? No, it's not. It's that was a very scary crash. Let's hope they're okay. That's not what I wanted that livery to look like, unfortunately. Look at the damage there. That car is quite done in there, so that's unfortunate for Clara. Let's go back up front here. Christopher on the back of Costa and the other McLaren, Rene still on the back of Cholmondeley, trying to find his way through. Right now the gaps are kind of stabilizing here, so I'm just gonna keep an eye out on things as they proceed. Right now Crucifer having a good run here potentially through Parabolica. Let's see if he can get the line proper. Yeah, that's a good one through there. Getting a wide exit here and trying to eke out as much as he can of that straight line speed, which is key here in Monza. Down, let's see if he can get him down the start finish straight here. He is eking it out as much as he can, just like Timo was earlier, or just like I believe it was Crucifer earlier. He did earlier. Down around the outside here of turn 1, gets the move done here, but Pedro Costa might fight him back through the Curva Grande, because now he has got the slipstream here. So let's see who's gonna break first into the second chicane here, or if he's gonna have a lunge here. This is looking very close here. They're right on the back of each other here. He defends the inside Crucifer, but let's see if Costa is gonna feed around the outside. He tries to have it there, but is not able to get it. So very well done to Crucifer, making up ground here. Ollie Striker and Nico Veldman right behind as well, with Jakeka behind them too. And then I believe that's Andre Costa behind there. Yes. And Tim Novak as well. So the other guys have gone to the pits, Clara, Sahil Shah, and Christian Striker. So right now Hugo seems to be very quick. He is 5 seconds gone. And looking very good. Right now Shane Power has actually gotten ahead of Timo. So did Timo make a mistake? Or I think Timo made a mistake. So I didn't see that. My apologies. He has no damage, I don't think, but yeah, it seems to be under control at the moment, but he has lost out. Let's see now. Rene still on the back of Cholmondeley, trying to fight this back. Underpowered racing. So okay, so that's Where his teammate is. His teammate, I think, dropped out. Let's see. Yeah, his teammate has dropped out, so a handful of drivers have dropped out, unfortunately. Let's see where Milos is right now with the pit stop. So these are the guys who have made their pit stop in green. So Milos, Christian, Striker, Andre Costa, and Push all. Everyone else has to pit, and yeah, Jack and Clara are into the pits and out of the race, unfortunately. Oh dear, what happened there? Did the stream die again? Again? I don't understand. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think OBS just keeps shutting off for some reason. So yeah, I think there's something wrong with the server connection or something with Steam. Okay, get back in. Hopefully we don't miss too much here. Sorry for that.
Green light,
Okay.
green light. Go, go, go.
Hopefully it sticks this time. Okay. Okay, so we have a drive-through here. So Adam Stevens getting a drive-through. So that is off-roads there. So you do, like I said, 4, and you do get a penalty. So let's get back up to the front here, see what's happening. Still in this fight here, these guys. So Crucivar's starting to catch back up to it. 6 seconds is the gap to the lead now. So you have 40 minutes. Sorry for that. Okay. I don't understand what OBS is doing, but it is not making it easy. It's just cutting out on its own. So for those of you who are tuning in, what I will do here is pull up the calendar again for us, because this was a very beautiful graphic made for us by I believe it was Jack Mills, who unfortunately didn't have the best race today, but did this beautiful graphic design for us. So this is what we're doing. We're here in Monza. We're going to be in Zolder next week, and Belgium, so be sure to tune in for that. Let's make sure everything is okay on the stream. Okay. So Pedro Costa right on the back of Crucivar as well, so he'll Shaw and Ollie Striker fighting it out here. I don't know if that is... Yeah, he's lapped, actually, I think, potentially. So he might have to get out of the way. He's made his pit stop, though. Or he has not made his pit stop, yeah, so he's lapped. So he's got to move, I think. Is he gonna move? Yeah, he's getting the blue flags there. He's got to move for all of these guys. So Tim Novak as well is going to be behind there, leading Chikeka and Karsten. So Karsten having issues too. He was up there, and with these guys now, Rene is up into P6. So what happened to Chalmandelli? Yeah, he made his pit stop. So okay. That's what's happening there. Unfortunate for, or not unfortunate yet, but we'll see if this strategy pays off. So if the undercut is as powerful as it seems, we're approaching the halfway mark. So we will have to see. So Timo still trying to chase down Shane Power here for what will be P4. And Rene is behind 9 seconds. Crucivar seems to have fallen back a bit, yeah. So we'll see where when everyone makes their stops, where this will show up. So Milos is in the front of the guys who did make a pit stop. So this might be a very good undercut for him if he can manage these tires. So let's see. Nice job, Kitsune. Trying old water. Okay. Good job. Good job. I respect it. So, let's see. I mean, okay, I think Tipsy has not made his stop. So everyone here has not made their stop. So, and Adam has a drive-through that he's going to have to serve. So that's going to ruin his race pretty much, I think. And after making this stop, so Ollie and Pedro are possibly ahead? No, they're not. Okay, Melos is ahead of them by quite a bit, so that was wrong. So, meanwhile, up front, oh, bubbly. Okay. Nice. Water for the brave. Tipsy is P13, yes, very epic right now, but he does have to make his pit stop, so hopefully he can get back up there. Fresh tires will make a difference potentially. But right now things are calming down. Actually, no, they're not, because look at this. We have a fight for the P2 and P3, so this might be what we have to keep an eye out on. Shane Power as well as behind there. We're only halfway through this race as well, almost, and not even yet, so anything can happen. Tipsy's just vibing, yeah, from P24 to P13. Yes. So let's see now if Taurus Savicas showing beautiful pace today in that not Aston Martin, the McLaren, sorry. This is going to be the new Aston Martin, I guess. Is looking very good. And potentially a force to be reckoned with this season. Timo does not seem to be up there with them right now, so maybe he is struggling a bit for pace, but let's see if he can make this back up. We do know Timo is very fast. He is the champion for a reason, so let's see where Rene is. Rene has a very hefty gap behind. Timo's already going through the chicane, the Ascari chicane, so let's see, more people making their stops there. So like I said, you will see the green arrow. Or, I mean, the green, what you call it? The green bar by their name without that number 1 to indicate whether or not they have made a pit stop. So, okay, some of the front runners are in now. So, Taurus Savicas is into the pits, trying to go for that for the undercut. So, Hugo still hasn't made his. He's just eking out as much time as he can. Yeah, Taurus into the pits. So, Moberg up into P2, Shane Power P3 for the moment. Timo Brown P4, Rene still holding on. So this might not be too bad. This might have been the better strategy because Sean Mandelli seems to have lost time and he's struggling a bit. But he is on the back of Ollie Striker. As oh dear, push has gone off. So Squadra di Spin has seemed to have lived up to his name, unfortunately. So yeah, he's got some damage on the front there, unfortunately. So let's run on board with Tipsy real quick with a name that I don't think I can say on stream because I don't want to get copyright strike. But yeah, in the beautiful Aston Martin there is Nico. Nico is running, or Mr. Veldman is running P9 right now. So let's see where that is. Up here, Taurus is coming out of the pits now, so gonna be ahead of all these guys. Let's see where Milos is. Coming around the Parabolica now, so quite a bit behind actually of Taurus Savicas. So let's see. Not much happening yet, but it will all soon take off. So let's see. Actually, here we have something. If I can get to him, yeah. Troll Mandelli and Christian Striker and Nico Veldman there, coming out of the pits, wheel to wheel. Let's see if Troll Mandelli will have a look. So unfortunately, from pole position, this has not gone his way. Ooh, he gets very close to Ollie there. So, or is that Christian? That is Ollie, yeah. So Ollie gets back ahead and is up in a P15. So good job to him. Let's see if Troll Mandelli can fight him back. Is he going to be able to? Yeah, here he goes down the inside here into the chicane, not having it there, so holding it there. Hugo, who has yet to pit, is behind these guys. They're going to have to let him go, so let's see. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Okay. Yeah, they're going to have to let him go. Oh my goodness, come on, guys. Yeah, I saw a contact there. He's got to move, yeah. Okay, I don't think there's any damage, but it's a bit scary. You just want them to move, you know. But, oh, Nico might take advantage of this, Nico Veldman. in the slipstream, but yeah, he's not gonna actually do anything there. So that actually kind of hampered both of them. Now Cholmondeley has gotten away, so he's gonna have to move here soon on the straight for him. So that's unfortunate. So after the pit stop, I want to see where Tipsy comes out. Yeah. Okay, Clara is back on the road now in P20, so we get to see this beautiful livery again. So very epic. I mean, look at that. I like the color. The color is pretty lit. So meanwhile, the man himself, Tipsy, just vibing there, P8. Marius Torres, though, P9, who's most definitely going to pass him, well ahead of him with the pit stop. So let's see who's behind. Milos is 14 seconds behind. That is P2, I think, on track. Has Timo pit yet? No, these guys haven't pit yet, so let's see where Hugo is now. He's coming up to Cholmondeley. Cholmondeley kind of got away with that little incident there from the blue flags, but regardless, Hugo has driven a very good race. Shane Power is now into the pits, so is Rene Crucivar, not yet pitting. So where's Timo? There he is. He's up in a P3 now, but he might lose that as the time goes on unless he makes the overcut work. Svatiska needs a... Ooh, wait, who's that? I think that's the wrong name. Needs a brighter yellow on his car. Perhaps. So Shane Power comes out. He does not jump Tarasavikas, of course. The undercut seems to work there for him. Let's see where Rene comes out now in relation to these guys. Let's see where Milos is. Down the straight here. He actually might jump him. Clara does move out of the way there, so Rene is going to come out behind Milos. So Milos making back up some ground here. So we'll see where he feeds into this. So after that spin, recovering very well. That'll make his team very happy. Pedro Costa behind there after making his stop. Where is Rene? Oh yeah, he's a bit behind here, unfortunately. So we're about to approach the halfway mark of the race. So Timo now is coming into the pits. Let's see where he feeds into this. See, so Moberg did not pit. Hugo has not yet pit either. So this will be interesting to see. But Tipsy, even though he hasn't pit, look at the gap. There's 19 from Timo to Moberg right now. I mean, that's probably because of the pit stop, but as far as not yet stopped, let's see.
You're halfway through. Yes. Keep pushing.
We are halfway through. So right now that's somebody passing through the pit lane. I think that's alright, see who that was. So Tipsy eking out this stint very well, and now he is going to come into the pit, so fantastic job to him. From the back of the grid up into P6. So he will drop down here, but it's always good. It's good to see some of these strategies pay off. Tim Novak there into the pit lane as well as Karsten. So Milos now. See where he feeds into this. So Shane Power is there already on the surf and straight. Milos is gonna gain a handful of positions here. He's in P9 now, but he's gonna gain more than that probably. Probably 2 off of Tim Novak and Tipsy. So yeah, here he comes now, just exiting the pit lane. So look at the undercut that Milos has got. So he's gonna have to do some tire conservation here. Timo even doesn't come out ahead. So look at that. So Milos has gone from the back up to P4 now, but these two were teammates before, so there are no team orders this time around for somebody to give out. But Taurus still holds on to P4 there. I think this might end up being, we'll see where this ends up being. This might be P3 for Milos. Oh dear, what has happened here? Tipsy has received a 30-second stop-go penalty for something. I did not see what that was for, but oh dear, Clara again just loses the rear end, goes off. So Timo gives space there, knowing not to make sure nothing happens there. So Milos is gonna have to get a move on it, but Timo with the fresher tires by a lot is probably going to be on the back of him. So why am I getting a stop? When did I do dangerous driving? Yeah, that was me a while ago. But anyways, I don't know why he got it. I didn't see. I think you get him for speeding or something. I don't know, or doing something. Not serving a drive to. It's weird. So I hear laughing outside my door now, and I kind of want to see what that is about. But I gotta resist. I gotta resist. Laughing is always good, and I cannot be a part of it now. I got a vibe here. So, yeah, F in the chat for Tipsy. That's unfortunate. He was doing very good. So okay. So let's see who comes out. Cruiser's in the pits. Let's see where people come out now. Let's see. He's gonna be slowly coming out now. Let's see. So Rene might actually jump him as well. So or still stay ahead of him. So Melos is gonna be P5. Shane Power is gonna be P4. Taurus Savickas, these guys are on the back of each other, so this is going to be what we're looking at. Oh yeah, poor Tipsy, man, that's ridiculous. 30-second stop go, it's ridiculous. So Moberg, Shane Power, Savickas all with each other now. Crucifer falling off there. Milos, Timo, Costa, Rene, Shaw Mandelli. Oh, so okay, this is what the grid is looking like right now. Hugo's the only one who has not done his pit stop, so. Oh, he is in the pits now. Okay. So let's see. He's probably going to come out well ahead. He has got a very big gap, but see his lap times here. They're around the same still. So can't really judge the lap times yet. Around the 49s. So let's see where these guys come out. There was a hefty gap. Yeah, he's already coming out of the pits. Let's see. Here he comes now, yeah, out onto the start-finish straight. Let's see where Taurus is. Just approaching the start-finish straight, so yeah, that is going to be an easy hold for him. But the fight here is going to be interesting. So there's a 12-second gap between Milos and the top, the second through fourth. So this is not over, but it's looking very dire for them. But let's see what Shane Power can do in the slipstream here for P2, hopefully on road for him. After his teammate has struggled immensely, he has been able to keep it here in the Ferrari. But the Ferrari fans here in Monza are probably going to be quite happy with several Ferrari cars up here in the fight. P1 through 5, and 4 of them are Ferraris. So, no Lamborghinis on the grid, which I know is not a very good car, but I do know it's very good here in a straight line, so it's a shame. But right now, here goes Shane Power here, trying to have a look down the inside on Marius Taurus for P2. So there is some action here in the latter half of this race. Tries to get the car under control. Taurus Savickas does, and Shane Power has the inside, and that is the move done there. But let's see if he can fight back and regain that. But Moberg is going to be fighting it as well. So we have a 3-man fight here. This is for the podium as well, for the spots, 2 spots on the podium. While Hugo runs away in the lead. Let's see who's going to be on the podium along with him. And let's see if Milos and Timo can actually catch up to this. So this is also play for here still. It may not look like it may look like it's over, but it is not for them. So I've seen crazier things happen in 24 minutes. Let's see now. Hopefully the stream is okay, by the way. Oh, he's disqualified. That's... If he doesn't stop, he gets disqualified, yes. It is a mandatory pit stop. But yeah, right now Moberg having a look on Taurus Savickas, who's starting to struggle a bit. And on possibly with the grip, as they go wheel to wheel down the start-finish straight for P3 now. But Shane Power is trying to take off. This is going to help him get away from these guys if they keep fighting. But now down the inside goes Moberg. Late braking. Here is he going to go. He has the inside. He's going to turn to the outside here as Savickas gets the inside for turn 2. But now through the Curva Grande. Let's see who's going to get the better run here. The inside is still with Moberg. There's polyfiber, or polystyrene, I think it is called, on the road there, but doesn't seem to hamper anyone. They're still wheel to wheel through Cover Grande. The Monza crowd, if they were real, would probably be loving this. Moberg does get ahead and into the braking zone. Savickas recedes the place, and that is the move done. So it is a 1-2-3 for Ferrari. 3 different teams, 3 different Ferraris. So fantastic job to all of them so far. Milos going to be trying to find his way in there as well and try and help his teammate out, who is winning the race. Yep. Oh boy, okay. I keep losing connection to the server. I don't know what's happening. I think I jinxed it. So let's make sure the search is okay. And we should be back on soon. Sorry for that, guys. Oh, thank you, Kitsune. That's great. Oh yeah, Donut Hole is racing. What is it? Moberg? Is that him? Or okay, let's get it back. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Hopefully that's the last time that happens. My apologies. So. Don't worry, Tipsy, the next race will be the best one. I know, but yeah, it's a shame. Anyways, let's see. So right now the gap is 7 seconds, so it's a bit of an undercut, but yeah, Taurus is falling off the back of these guys now. Let's see what Milos can do if he catches up. The Gaggle, top 3, the 2nd through 4th, are just a bit ahead the road. Timo is sitting there in P6 right now. A minute of silence. Yeah, so Moberg, okay, is Donut Hole. Okay, so I know I'm from the server. So on his debut, doing a good job there with a 1-2-3 right now for Ferrari for 3 different teams, as I said. So that makes my inner Tifosi very happy, and the inner Tifosi of everyone, or unless you're a Mercedes fan, I'm not going to be happy. But we do not have any Mercedes on the grid, if you notice, for good reason. Anyways. Okay, we have a fight here now. Cholmondelli on the back of Rene again for another time here for P7. Let's see if he can hold on. But 20 minutes to go now. And this is looking a bit tough now. But yeah, this is also a mental fortitude for me since I'm by myself. It is a bit tough on the voice and all, but yeah, so I apologize if I sound tired. But anyways, let's see what Cholmondelli can do here down the straight, if he can get a good run on Rene. He was on pole position, the race has not gone his way. But let's see if he can hold it and try and eke out something. And show if he should be a force to be reckoned with. He is in the slipstream of the Porsche, trying to keep the McLarens in this fight, because we do know it's all McLarens and the lone Porsche fighting in the top 9, and Tim Novak in P10 there, recovering as well. So, never giving up, of course, showing that you cannot give up in these races, especially with an hour. The game is rigged, yes. Just like the FIA. Anyways. Rene still under threat, and right on the back of him now. Cholmondelli's still fighting this, but Timo is not too far up the road from them too. Let's see, Milos still holding on P5. Yeah, Timo going very wide there, making a bit of a mistake. But 5 seconds now from Moberg, doing a good job. Yeah, there's a hefty gap. I don't know if he'll be able to make it up unless Moberg makes a mistake, or Shane Power does make a mistake. But right now these two are going to be embroiled in the fight. So let's see who's going to be the one to crack first. Let's see. what's happening behind here as well. Crucifer trying to make up some ground here on Ollie Striker, who's struggling a bit here. He's going to be under threat in the Audi. So we've lost a handful of people. We lost the last of the guys who I had my money on, actually. I just noticed, yeah, Light Cruiser and Bass Kessel both out. So I'm kind of, yeah, sometimes it doesn't tell you when somebody retires, so I kind of have to figure it out. So it comes to me at the end. But the other Audis seem to be struggling but holding their own. Christian Strike or Ollie Striker going to be under threat though. Crucifer in the other McLaren here. His teammate in P4, but he is in P13. Trying to take P12 now. Is he going to have a look around the outside here of turn 1? No, he thinks better of it. So, oh, that is a... Oh, they both outbrake themselves, so, that's unfortunate. Let's see who comes out in front. Yeah, that's going to be, Crucifer. So, I mean, yeah, they both cut it. I don't know what the verdict would be there. Clara has a 10-second stop and go penalty. Oh, dear, and they've gone off the road, so unfortunate. Okay, so they're gonna get it back up. But right now, Moberg is on the back of Shane Power. See what's happening here now. So this could be a fight for P2. But the Tifosi don't want to see them take each other out, I know. But oh dear, that is very late on the brakes there, but holds it there. But yeah, now they're gonna go wheel to wheel here. Shane Power gets a worse exit there, and look at the speed that Moberg has. Might be a bit too early though. Shane Power is still holding it around the outside there, still up there. Let's see who's gonna brake late and who's gonna hold the position. It's going to be Moberg on the inside, but relinquishes it. Yeah, doesn't want to have any contact there. Smart thinking. And now we'll hold on to that in P3. And behind Tarasevik is just biding his time. Shane Power biding his time as well, holding his own, or I mean Moberg biding his time as well, smartly. So Hugo is pretty much gone now, 9 seconds, so looking very good. Let's see what's happening here. Rene still holding Cholmondelli off. Tim Novak and Pedro Costa are going to be locked in a battle soon, I think. The two McLaren teammates are running line and stern, but Tim Novak might be here to break that up if he can catch up. Right now the gap is a second, just over a second. And Rene is starting to pull away from Cholmondelli, so I do believe he has fresher tires, so that will come into handy. Oh dear, Milos goes a little bit wide, but Milos has driven a fantastic recovery race. That is going to be good for the constructors. These guys are going to be taking a lot out of it. So as we come through Ascari, Timo is still trying to catch up to his former teammate from last season and find something here and prove himself that he can and try and maintain his championship defense. So we will have to see. So right now it is 12 o'clock my time, so midday, and I am extremely hungry and I have no food here. So I am going to suffer for the next 14 minutes. However, I should be good because I have water. So water always helps, and I'm gonna try and interact with the chat here for a bit. Yes. If you get bored on the next one, I can join, and honestly, feel free to join right now. Like I welcome it. So I'm in the commentator channel, I think. I need a wife. Yeah, I need a wife. Absolutely. Although I'm 21, so I think I'm too young to have a wife. So I welcome you and Tipsy into the stream if you want to come and hang out here, check out what's happening. So yeah. A wife is maybe not a wife, but yeah. Free practice is a fun thing to have. Let's put it at that. Oh no, Milos is off the road, and that is, oh dear, that is a big spin. Oh no. So after all of that, Oh, that great work. Yeah, that is P5 for Timo, P6, P7. Everyone's gonna move up one position. That is very disappointing here, as right now Tim Novak gets a very good run out of the second Lesmo, and is going to be making a move on Pedro Costa, splitting these guys. Oh no, Milos. Ah, dear. That was very disappointing. That was very depressing for all of us, I think. But yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, there goes the stream. I think, is it gonna be? What's happening there? Yeah. Frick. Let's see. I don't know if it's this stream, but yeah, it's not the stream. It's the server. I don't understand. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know if it's ACC or if it's something else, but I'm gonna discuss this with the with these guys. Okay, green light. Let's get the broadcast here. There we go. So let's get back here. So okay, so Pedro and yeah, Pedro Costa and Tim Novak are still embroiled in that fight. I think Tim Novak might actually get the move done here. I can pull you in if you want, but yeah, you can join if you want next week for sure. But yeah, it's up to you. I will pull off here. Okay. Novak's car goes adios. Yes. Yeah, it's weird on the stream because it's not even the stream. I thought it was the stream lagging, but also the textures are now, so I apologize for that. We'll try and fix that here. If I go on board, I think we're right on board here with Cholmondelli here for a minute in the sim camera. And Rene here is behind him. Or actually, I have a special camera, yeah. So, I have not used this one yet. Let's see the gap up front here, actually, right now. So Shane Power has actually lost out to Moberg, but he's going to be trying to get that back. So let's see what he can do now. A bit far behind. And you'll see the name show up there a bit weirdly, but yeah, we'll see. The podium fight is still here. I don't know if Timo is going to be able to catch up to these guys, but yeah. They are well behind. So right now, whoever finishes, minus Jack, I think, is going to be scoring points here. Okay, I will bring you in. Just join a, okay, there you go. Let's get you in. Hello, Kitsune.
Hello there.
Hello, welcome. I need your opinion here. Who is going to finish P2?
Who is going to finish first?
P2.
P2. It's hard to tell because Moberg is doing pretty well, I would say. But Power, who is S Power, by the way? It's very cool.
That is Leglaf.
Ah, Legolas.
Legolas,
Yeah.
Yes, from Game of Thrones. Oh, okay, they're going wheel to wheel right now, actually. Yeah, it'll be on stream right now. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who's gonna be getting the move done here, but Shane has the inside line. So let's see.
I say Legolas because you know Team Arl.
Yes, and the pink livery. Oh, they are coming very close to contact there. That was very close. Nearly. I think Moberg mounted the curb, and then Shane tried to have a look down the inside from behind. But yeah, that could have been more yeetage, I believe. But let's see what's happening behind with Rene still holding off Cholmondelli. So.
Yeah, I think there has been a few hits, but we have missed them, unfortunately, with your stream not...
Yeah, it wasn't the stream. I checked it. It was it's the server. So something's wrong with, I think something's wrong with my Steam connection, but because I was having issues earlier. I don't know why. But then all I have
Change
to do
the
is just,
internet.
yes, change the internet.
Tipsy said it got heated big time twice.
Aw.
So you.
So it might not be just me then.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll
well.
blame Assetto Corsa Competizione. But right now, Timo is starting to lose ground as well to P6 and 7 because Rene and Cholmondelli are both catching up. So, and Tim Novak as well is starting to find his way through. We have 7 minutes to go, so about a few laps I think will probably be it. So 149 I think is around
Do you know what I'm looking forward whenever I'm actually watching those stream is see at the end whenever they all eat each other for the fun. I love that.
Wait, which one was it?
Yeah, at the end, you know, whenever everyone
Oh
crosses the line.
yes, the cooldown.
Yes,
Yes.
and then they do donuts and they just hit each other. I think that's brilliant.
Oh yes, that is the best. As we have another battle here, so let's pray for no yeetage for their sake. Shane Power and Moberg fighting wheel to wheel into turn 1. Shane Power gets back ahead now into P2, so these two are going to be the ones fighting it out. And Taurus is not really going to be gaining on them either because they're kind of doing it in a way that's not holding each other up. But Cholmondelli as well might get a move here on Rene. Rene holds the inside. Let's see as gives him.
Go Rene!
Sorry. He tries to squeeze him out on the inside there. But now Cholmondelli gets a good run here through Curva Grande. And I don't think he's going to be able to get the move down, but he does slot back in behind for the next chicane. As Timo might actually be getting away with it from here for now with this, because they are starting to fight pretty hard here. Cholmondelli tries to have a look down the inside here, late braking, tries to back out. Rene gives him space, has the inside. Oh, he mounts the curb and nearly bounces off, but yeah, that was very close.
And almost yeet.
Yes, Vance almost commits the big yeetage. I don't know if I caught Clara's one, unfortunately, but I saw Clara just go, just fly off, and then also Milos earlier, unfortunately.
We saw Milos, we didn't see Clara.
Oh, I think I don't think I got it then, unfortunately.
That's okay, you'll get the next one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the next one. Let's hope there's not a next one for Clara, but...
No, not for Clara, but the next heat, there would be
yes.
more heat.
Yes. I got Milos's one, unfortunately, so I think we're all hollow for that one, honestly. Yeah, the whole stream the vibe in the stream chat was just fantastic, and then Milos just goes flying off the road, much like Timo did in 2008, and then it was just hollow time for the stream there.
It was just some potato salad then.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. For those who don't know what we're talking about, we just joined the server and we'll speak after. But yeah, let's see what's happening. Yeah, right now Moberg is starting to get a gap here, so he might actually be safe for the time being. Shane Power might have used up all his charge power, or his charging power on that, or on those moves. Of course, I mean metaphorical charge power, but not the. I don't know how the engine mode works. I think you can adjust the engine map in the game, so maybe he's saving fuel even. So I don't know. But yeah.
See, as a kid, I used to have a Ferrari for my Barbie and Ken. But I kind of wish I had a car like Power now because it's very, very girly. I like it.
What did I used to have? I have a full collection somewhere in my storage unit of old Hot Wheels cars and unopened.
I thought you were saying Barbie and Ken.
Yeah, yes, I have. Yeah, I just didn't want to admit to it, but now that you exposed me here in front of all the viewers. No. Yes, debut commentary for Kitsune. This is a big deal. Big deal for the stream.
No, it's just for Triton. I mean, an hour on his own, and you know, I'm just keeping him company. That's all.
Yes. Shoutouts to Mr. Tipsy for also doing it one time. I know it helps, so yeah, livens up the mood as well. So right now.
Well, Tipsy is actually good at it.
Yeah, he is, but so are you. So let's see.
I just talk.
I mean, crack is good. I mean, not the drug. Don't do drugs. Anyways,
Now, Joel is saying, tell us the specs of the car in P5 Kitchener. See, I could do that, Joel, but Triton gives better explanation than me, so I'm just gonna let him tell you what to. No, too late. You can't back down now. Just tell us.
So what you see here is this is the A-Spec McLaren that I've been working on with Timo on the side. But I mean, ever since he fired me as his team principal, you know, in F1. But from the other McLaren, you see, what happened is I kind of let him develop the car on his own. If you want to know what car I can give an explanation on, I'll have to go to Hugo. So this is also the A-Spec Ferrari that I have been developing alongside the two of them. Not really, no, but and but I told them to name the team this. I think they came up with it in the original AC League. So before ACC, when they did GT3s there and base AC, they named it Mission Spin Now Grazie Ragazzi. So or something like that. But yeah.
I mean, I can't even tell you about our own car. I can tell you we have a yellow Renault Megane RS 280. But you see, if you want any specs or whatever, you need to ask Tipsy. I wouldn't know. It's just we have a yellow car and it's cool. That's it. So it's the same on that. It's like, see, this car looks cool. But that's how as far as it goes. I mean, yes.
Car is fast. So I think next lap around will be the final lap. So yeah, Cholmondelli has taken off in P6 from Rene, so unfortunate for Rene. He kind of lost out on the pace there. I don't know. Yeah, he's not even catching Timo either, Cholmondelli. He might be slowly but surely, but I don't think he has enough time yet because it's only... Yeah, the next lap around for Hugo is the final lap, so we will keep an eye on him.
Hugo is just vibing at the front.
Oh yeah, he absolutely is. 31 laps in, he's just chilling. So, let's keep our eyes peeled. There's no battles anywhere. Yeah, people kind of just gave up and stopped charging, I think. Or just kind of want to consolidate their position. Because we saw what happened to Milos, what happens when you push a bit too hard. We also saw that with
you make
René.
it fun for the people viewing it.
Yeah, he does. I think that's what he was doing. We also see what happens when you push too hard on the way home. Oh, from Rene's point of view, so you know. That's why we say no heroics, guys. No heroics.
I say go for it, just see it, but okay. No heroics, guys.
Triton says no heroics on the way home, and Kitsune says just yeeted Lamau.
Yes, just shout yeet.
I believe Tipsy would not condone that, but you know, who am I to speak on his behalf? Anyways,
exactly.
Yeah. So here we go.
Agree with me.
On the final lap.
Yes. Leader is on the final lap.
Go on, Hugo.
Yes.
Well, Hugo good in the bag for sure.
Yes. We're gonna be doing interviews, so I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna have to figure out who to pull in. So I'm just gonna see whoever is in the voice channel and do that. So hopefully my stream doesn't crash. Hopefully the thing doesn't crash now. This is GT3, yes, Joel. And also I see you were on pole position and led 17 laps of a league race. Fantastic. I wish I had that.
What a gamer.
What a gamer, indeed. If only I could do the same. But anyways. If only I was competent at racing games. Anyways.
Come on, you're good.
X to doubt.
You always end up just following my advice and kind of yeet it, or
I don't do the yeeting, or I try not to do the yeeting. I do get the yeetage though.
Yeah, but just think about it. You make us happy.
I suppose. But let's ride here with the man who has pretty much dominated this race as he approaches back marker traffic, which is going to be absolutely no point, or is not going to serve any issue for him, because I mean, even if they don't move out of the way, I mean, unless they want to do another lap, then they will move out. They won't move out of the way. But here he comes down the parabolica. You probably can't hear it, but you can hear but you can feel the Tifosi absolutely screaming with joy right now for the fact that there is a Ferrari 1-2-3 here in Monza as he approaches the famous Parabolica for the first race of Season 2 of 2SRL. Hugo is going to come across the line and win the Italian Grand Prix for Ferrari mission spin now, grazie ragazzi, as Mr. Costa just spinalas across the line there. So on his debut, Eric Moberg in the other Ferrari is gonna finish in P2, and the third Ferrari of Shane Power of Squadra di Spin in P3, and then from behind there 4, 5, 6 will be McLaren. So Marius Torres finishing a brilliant P4, as Cholmondeley did find his way right on the back of Timo, so I don't know what happened there, but it doesn't matter. Finishes P5, Cholmondeley P6 there, Rene P7, Tim Novak recovering from the back to finish P8. Let's see who goes off into each other, so they're just vibing there. Oh, okay, there it is, there it is. You wanted to see donuts. So,
yes, yes, see that?
Yeah, so Veldman P9, Costa P10, Crusovar, Ollie Striker, Christian Striker, and Chikeka and Jack Mills rounding out the points. So unfortunate for everyone else who did not finish, as the wipers are on the car too, because, you know, gotta make sure the rain is not getting in. So fantastic job to everyone here finishing. That was a bit of a mundane race towards the end, but at the end there was also some fighting. So congratulations
Well done,
to this
driver.
guy. Yes, well done to this guy here, Hugo. Absolutely dominating the race from the front row. So.
Yes, he didn't forget to clutch this time.
Yes. Let's pull up the interview page here. So, who shall you? I'm gonna let you take control of the interviews. So, I'm gonna pull in our race winner first.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Let's ask him. But yeah, if you liked that race, be sure to absolutely smash that like button, guys. You know, and go back and watch the VODs if you want for F1 and ACC, and also be sure to subscribe to the Extreme Gaming League channel, because that would be pretty extreme if you did. So let's see. Okay, I don't think are they not coming? Okay, I think they're still on, so I'm just gonna pull him in and see what he says about it.
Yeah, don't ask him, just do it.
Yeah, here he is. Okay, Hugo, congratulations. You drove pretty much flawlessly there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I was keeping an eye out on the timings. It seemed like there was no real dramas, nothing much. So first win in front of the Tifosi. I'm sure the team principal will be very proud.
Yeah. I did actually have one scary moment on my own. In Parabolica, I half spun and lost about 5 seconds or something.
Oh, well.
But half fairly decently.
Well, that's good. That's good that you caught it, because I saw one incident as well with the back markers giving you a hard time there. But thankfully it was not a big issue. But yeah, I will leave that quick. And congratulations on the win. And
well done, Hugo. And also, I think your livery could be a bit kind of more metallic red, because it's a bit dark. I don't like it. Change it. Yeah. Thank you.
We have it dark to show our aggression.
Oh, come on, man.
That's how we like it.
Yes. You gotta have with the mission spin now grazie ragazzi team. You gotta have only the best and the most like intimidating liveries. So I will leave you with that. I will pull you back in. Thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, who's gonna be next? I'm gonna pull in the guy himself, Mr. Rene Bon, because he drove a fantastic race himself. So here he is, Rene.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. Yes. Congratulations. That was a good race from you, I think. Pretty
Good
solid.
spin.
Oh yeah, epic. And you didn't bottle it for once. So.
At what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, unlucky man. But
I was third in last season. That was very disappointing.
But yeah, no, this is the season of Porsche right here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can see all the Porsches finishing super well, right?
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah, because I saw, yeah, just with the vibe in there with all the McLarens and the Ferraris. There's just one Porsche, so I mess with it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there was a bit of a bias towards certain cars this race, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think so, just a bit. Yeah, I was like, was it Ferrari 1, 2, 3? I mean, it's Monza. It was in the script that I wrote out, but yeah. So yeah,
Grandissimo.
grandissimi. But yeah, I think you drove a very solid race still. Not really no real mistakes or anything from you. So congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I was also kind of forcing myself not to. First, because of embarrassment, and second, because the setup I was using, I didn't really. Yeah, I mean, I was just stepping out every corner, so I got a bit panicky, and then I decided, okay, I'll just drive slow.
Ah, yes.
So that's what I did.
Perhaps I
But I
should.
finished.
Yeah,
Oh,
perhaps
woo!
I load up my OP Monaco setup.
Yes, exactly. I should
Ah,
load
yes,
up
you
the
should have
Monaco
used the
setup.
OP Monaco setup. Yes.
Jim was commentating as well. What is she doing here?
She is. She was joining me because I was starting to lose my voice.
Pog.
Yes.
No, he wasn't losing his voice as such. He was doing a great job, but I thought it must be a bit hard for him to commentate on his own for an hour. So I just asked if he wanted me to join for the last 15 minutes or so, and he said yes. So here I am. I'm useless, but at least
I
just
disagree
talk
about
rubbish.
useless.
Well, thank you.
Okay, but yes, Rene, we have a few more. Well, we have a full season coming up now, so this is a good indicator. You being one of the
Were you about to
coordinators.
say a few more?
No, a few. Wait, we have. I was gonna say, yeah. Well, we have a few new tracks, is what I was going to say.
Oh yes, we do.
So yeah, what are
No, 5.
Yeah, 5 new tracks? Oh yeah, 5.
Yeah, we got the 4 DLC tracks, and then I think Zolder.
Well, which one? Yeah, which one is the DLC? Oh, it's Kailami. Kailami is the DLC?
Kailami, Panorama, Laguna Seca, and the other one I don't remember.
Suzuka.
Oh, Suzuka, that's it.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, so Kailami is DLC. My bad. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull that up right now for one last time for the stream.
Molly asks, please predict the results of next race. Hugo's gonna win it, and I'm going to be second by 37 seconds gap.
No, actually, Tipsy is going to win it because the game was just rigged today. But Tipsy is going to win, and Hugo will be second, and Bounce third. So there you go.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first.
Okay, so Timo wants. Okay, so yeah,
get Timo.
Let's get Timo in. Yeah, so
Adios.
Thank you for the interview. Grandissimi a tutti.
Arigato. Shalom.
Yes. Yes. So let's get the defending champion. Where is he? Where did he go? He is not in the. Yeah, where did he go? He said. Oh, there he is.
Timo. Oh, there you go.
I got him. Let's get him. Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Mr. Beamer, congratulations on finishing the race. I know it's not the result you wanted, I'm sure, but you still have to be proud of the consistency.
I'm not proud of the consistency because that's exactly what I wasn't. But thanks for trying to make me feel good. I have a feeling like this was a sneak peek of the season, and that showed me that the next this and the next 9 races are going to be a balancing act of expectations. Because if you take away the context of winning season 1, then I think I can be happy with this result. But I kind of have that in the back of my mind. I know it's a very heavy cross to bear. But anyway, so. The race was kind of meh. In stint 1, I was driving pretty poorly, I think. I dropped a lot of positions. I made mistakes everywhere. And then at some point, I did something really stupid and I damaged my front right. In Parabolic, I hit the inside curb somehow and that snapped my car into the wall. And I took damage from that. After that, I didn't trust the car anymore. And I thought, this is 5 seconds of repairs. I'm not going to do them. Because this is not going to cost me enough. But I was driving so poorly that I thought, you know what, I can live with being 5 seconds down the road. I just don't want to die. So I did the repairs. It was like 5 or 6 seconds extra on the pit stop. In the second stint, I'm fairly happy with that. I made some, I was bad in some corners, and sometimes I was kind of meh, but generally the second stint was way better. My tires also didn't go as much. Cholmondeley and Bans behind me were a little faster, but then after they were fighting, they both dropped like 2 seconds. So then I was like pretty safe and could just like manage the gap to Cholmondeley to the end. So I'd say I'm happy, especially because it's Monza, and Monza's generally I just hate that track. So P5 here in such a strong field, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. It's the way the field is looking. It's like there's so many people who are fast that I know of. Like, was it the top? What was it? The top 7? I think I was in qualifying as well. Like everyone was super fast, and there was like barely a gap between it. And then just in general, I know people with really good race pace. Like we're struggling today. Like Tim Novak and you especially. I know. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
I
yeah. Go
It's
ahead.
also surely like played a part that in my preparation I didn't really do race runs for some stupid reason. Like I did the occasional practice, but in that I mean you know the server setup, 30-minute practice, 15 quali, 1 hour race, and I usually just did like the 30-minute practice as race stints, but in them I pitted or I did only 15 minutes, and then I came to the pit, so I never experienced one tires, and that was in retrospect pretty dumb. I'm not gonna do that at Zolder. I'm going to be way more careful, especially because the track has such high bumps that you're gonna kill your tire pressures at some point. So doing long runs, experiencing it is important. So I need to learn from that. I did way more quali practice than race practice, and I think you could. So I mean, as you mentioned, I dropped like a stone in the race compared to quali.
Well, I mean, again, I mean, it kind of shows like some people were really good in quali. I mean, like Cholmondeley was very good in quali, but then in the race he kind of fell off. Or, I mean, Hugo seemed to be the one who was pretty good all around. So I think it just depends. This is probably going to depend on whatever happens, like, or whoever can just be the most consistent, I think. And as we know, consistency is key to a race pace, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
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 So. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I could never drive these cars. I'm just not very good at them. But
Oh, I'm sure you could.
I'm sure I
mean,
could, but I wouldn't be very good. I think I'll stick to F1, but and then learn the P1s, the LMP ones. But yeah, thank you, Timo, for the interview. Good job
thank you
today,
for letting me
and
ramble on. Thank you.
yes, and thank you for
Also,
letting
thank
me.
you for your commentary, and
Yeah,
also I just want to give a shout out. Thank you to especially clones, Light Cruiser, Tim,
Kitsune.
Kitsune, yes.
Kitsune. Well, Tim, not quite yet because we didn't have a highlight clip yet, but next weekend we're gonna have a highlight clip, I think, made by Tim, and
Yeah.
then also Tipsy and Kimmy who like did all the editing for the intro clip we showed today. I'm very proud of their work. I think they did really well. And,
Yeah, I accidentally cut the
I hope
intro
it was
clip a bit
enjoyable.
early and started the stream. I accidentally shotgunned the stream a bit early because I tabbed out and didn't see it. But yeah, next week hopefully I don't make that same mistake. And I had a bit of issues setting up the stream in the beginning, but
Yeah, I mean we learn.
yeah,
So
I learned from my mistakes. I'm figuring it out now. So yeah, yeah, shout out to all the names there. Kimmy, Light Cruiser, Tim Novak, and Clones, and of course Tipsy and Kitsune for
Good,
for
good
yes.
man.
Yes, for giving a very fantastic stream overlay and layout for you guys. I know there was incidents with the server kicking me out today, but yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah, it was causing an issue. So I'll have to look into that. But yeah, hopefully next stream will be crystal clear. And yeah, so thank you again, Timo. I'll move you back, and
Yep.
I will
See you.
close it out. So that is it for me, I think, and or it for us, I should say. Thank you very much, everyone. I apologize again for all the issues. I don't understand what happened today. I don't know what was happening with ACC servers
It's
or
okay.
something.
You got it fixed very quickly, so I mean it's okay. It happens.
Thank you. But yeah, hopefully next week we won't have these issues, and I also won't cut Tipsy's voice preemptively. But yeah, so I don't get I don't have a riot behind me or outside my house when I stop streaming. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Definitely be sure to check out the upcoming races. We have some stuff from SLR and I believe, coming up soon, since we are in off season before F1 2020 comes out. And definitely be sure to check out next week. We will have round 2 in Zolder, if you saw the calendar. And it's Triton, and I am joined here by Kitsune. And we thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye.